the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
11th ID conducts first ever airborne jump in Sulu. 7 CTG members surrender to government troops in Mindanao. COMELEC taps 62 malls nationwide as voting centers. Higher electricity rates seen in March.
Good day everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. Today is Monday, February 24, and this is AFP Community News, your source of the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. In behalf of Rob Suzon, this is Jhai Simbajon for here to bring you today's stories. And the 11th Infantry Division achieved a historic milestone with its first recorded static line parachute jump in Talipao, Sulu during airborne sustainment training. Led by the 6th Special Forces Battalion, the exercise involved airborne personnel from 11 ID units. Troops underwent intensive pre-jump training before successfully executing their jumps from a Black Hawk helicopter in Barangay Buntud. 11th ID Commander Major General Leonardo Peña highlighted the training's importance in enhancing rapid deployment and territorial defense capabilities. And 7 members of the communist terrorist group surrendered to the 36th, 65th, and 30th Infantry Battalions in Mindanao recently. They also turned over 2 low-powered firearms, and among those who surrendered were Crystal Malaya Sagbigsal, Jerry Orvoc Manligis, Gilbert Quinonez Azarcon, and Vangeline Arimboyong, who yielded to the 36 IB in Surigao del Sur. Marjon Tumamba Gubay and Fermin Villatura Iligan surrendered to the 65th IB in Agusan del Sur, turning over firearms and explosives. Rodel Inano Hidi surrendered to the 30th IB in Surigao del Norte. Their surrender followed the death of the NMRC Regional Secretary Mirna Solarte, alias Maria Malaya, in an encounter in Butuan City. On the other line, let us hear more from Gio about 79th Infantry Battalion. Honors fallen heroes, reaffirms commitment to peace in Negros. Gio?
Yes, Jai, the 79th Infantry Masaligan Battalion held a solemn commemoration to honor fallen soldiers, Kafgus, and former rebels a year after the Battle of Pinapugasan, reaffirming its commitment in lasting peace in northern Negros. The event began with a holy mass, paying tribute to the Masaligan troopers who continue to safeguard the province. Families of former rebels attended the gathering, symbolizing reconciliation and healing. The first anniversary of the battle serves as a reminder that even after conflict, unity and hope remain possible. This is Gio reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gio. And a communist terrorist group member surrendered to Joint Task Force Central in Barangay Luz Village, Milang, North Cotabato. The former rebel, identified as a member of Guerrilla Front Alip under alias Jingjing, turned over an M16A1 rifle with ammunition. He received medical attention and will be assisted in reintegration programs. Western Mindanao Command Commander Lieutenant General Antonio Nafarrete praised JTF Central's efforts against terrorism and urged other rebels to surrender under the Balikuloob program for a fresh start. And the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the French Navy conducted a maritime cooperative activity in the West Philippine Sea, marking AFP's 3rd straight week of joint maritime drills. Philippine assets, including BRP Jose Rizal and FA-50 jets, trained alongside France's aircraft carrier, Charles de Gaulle, and other naval vessels. The exercise covered communications, maneuvers, anti-submarine warfare, and personnel exchanges. AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Browner Jr. emphasized the importance of international cooperation in strengthening maritime security and defense capabilities.
DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio.
More updates from Jhai about Naval Reservist partner with Wish 107.5 to promote patriotism and recruitment. Jhai?
Yes, good afternoon. The Naval Reserve Command, through the Naval Reserve Management Center, partnered with popular radio station Wish 107.5 for a live musical performance at Harbor Square, Baywalk, Rojas Boulevard, Manila. Bringing music and national pride together, Commander Lady Charlie Sumbiling Philippine Navy and the Philippine Navy Jazz Ensemble performed inside the iconic Wish 107.5 bus, captivating the audience with patriotic melodies. Alongside the performance, the reservist recruitment team actively engaged with the crowd. A recruitment booth was also set up to provide information and inspire individuals to join the Philippine Navy's Reserve Force. This is Jhai Rivera reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jhai.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the Philippine Navy joined 30 countries in a multilateral naval exercise Komodo 2025, including its participation with a maritime drill off Bali, Indonesia. Led by Captain Malone Agudelo, Naval Task Group 84 aboard BRP Ramon Alcaraz, engaged in search and rescue, formation sailing, and interoperability drills. The exercise strengthened maritime security cooperation and reaffirmed regional commitment to peace and stability. MNEC, a biennial event, promotes a multinational collaboration in humanitarian and disaster response operations.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for our national news,
DWDD National News.
the Commission on Elections has tapped 62 shopping malls around the country as voting centers in all three elections scheduled this year. COMELEC Chairperson George Erwin Garcia said the poll body signed a memorandum of agreement for the mall voting program. He said they are uplifting the voting experience through other innovations. Garcia added that they have to improve democracy through the use of modern technology.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear a report on the ground about 90th Infantry Battalion troops and Dato Hofer LGU hold medical outreach in Maguindanao. Go on for the details, Angel.
Yes, Jhai, the 90th Infantry Battalion of the Philippine Army, in partnership with the Dato Hofer LGU, conducted a medical and outreach program benefiting residents of 4 barangays. The initiative provided free medical and dental services, medicines, and other health assistance to thousands, including elders, indigenous groups, and children. Mayor Bay Bongbong Ampatuan and Lieutenant Colonel Loki Marco emphasized the importance of collaboration in ensuring community well-being. The 90th IB reaffirmed its commitment in serving and supporting the people of Maguindanao del Sur. This is Angel Cruz Camomot reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Angel.
DWDD National News.
And the Department of the Interior and Local Government warned police officers not to engage in partisan politics or they will face prosecution. The ILG Secretary John Vic Remulla said he will not hesitate to have the cops charged and to make sure that the due process of law is observed. He said this as he emphasized his commitment in keeping law enforcers politically neutral. The DILG chief also emphasized his intolerance for misconduct, particularly within the ranks of the Philippine National Police.
DWDD National News.
And electricity rates are expected to go up next month as the Energy Regulatory Commission approved the National Transmission Corporation's application for the feed-in tariff allowance for 2024. The set rate at 0.1189 per kilowatt hour, higher than the current rate of 0.083 per kilowatt hour. The ARC said it approved the increase as it noted the depletion of the FIT-all fund due to sustained low prices in the wholesale electricity spot market. The FIT-all is a uniform charge imposed on consumers for the development of renewable energy.
News.
And now let us hear more updates from Leonor.
Armed Forces Radio.
About the Army Reservists extend aid to families, children in Isabela Outreach Program. Leonor?
Yes, sir, of the 202nd Ready Reserve Infantry Battalion's Charlie Company, in collaboration with TOP sa Alicia Campus, conducted an outreach program in Barangay Aurora, Alicia, Isabela yesterday. The initiative provided essential aid to 116 indigent families and distributed nutritious meals to approximately 250 children. The program aimed to support unprivileged communities and promote health and well-being among vulnerable groups. This humanitarian efforts highlights the unwavering dedication of Army reservists in serving the nation beyond military duties. This is Leonor Tanab reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Leonor.
DWDD National News.
And 69% of Filipinos supported the Ayuda para sa Kapos, ang Kita or AKAP program. This is based on a survey conducted by Octa last January 25-3. Octa found out that the support for AKAP is consistent across all socioeconomic classes, suggesting that it addresses universal concerns that cut across income levels. It also said 79% of the respondents reported being aware of the program.
DWDD National News.
And the Department of Trade and Industry, through the Construction Industry Authority of the Philippines, has formalized a partnership with the National Security Council. This aims to initiate an assessment of national security threats within the country's construction projects. The agreement will establish a collaborative framework to ensure that construction projects in the country undergo a thorough inspection to prevent potential national security threats. DTI Secretary Cristina Roque said that by working together, they ensure that infrastructure development not only fuels economic growth but also safeguards the welfare of every Filipino.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
From Northern Luzon Command, let us hear some information from Joanne about Armed Forces of the Philippines conducts leaflets dropping in Abra and Apayao. Joanne?
The 24th Infantry Wildcat Battalion, 7th Infantry Cognay Division Philippine Army, 5th CMO Battalion, 501st Infantry Brigade of the 5th Infantry Division Philippine Army and Tactical Operations Group 1 of the Philippine Air Force actively engaged in leaflets dropping in the hinterlands of Abra and Ilocos Norte recently. The leaflet dropping targeted the barangays of Caganayan, Tineg, and Calanasan, Apayao. This initiative aims to inform the community about government initiatives in promoting peace and development and convinces the communist terrorist group to return to the folds of the law and lives a peaceful life with their family and loved ones. The 24th IB troopers and other units under the 501st Brigade continue to uphold their commitment to national security and peace-building efforts. The units also encourage the local populace to support the complete eradication of the remaining communist terrorist group by making their areas resilient to disrupt CTG's recovery efforts in their formerly influenced areas and to embrace a community that maintains security and a sense of involvement. This is John Sagaok reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Joanne.
DWDD National News.
And the Department of Energy has granted system impact studies to 11 energy projects spread nationwide. These projects are mostly renewable energy. They are set to undergo assessments that would determine if the power grid is feasible enough to allow new connections. The impact studies would also evaluate certain improvements needed in transmission lines, transformers, substations, and the like.
DWDD National News.
And the assets of the government service insurance system and the Pag-ibig Fund reached record highs while growing their respective bottom lines in 2024. Their fortified assets ensure the financial viability of these state-run social protection agencies in meeting the needs of members and pensioners. The GSIS's total assets climbed further to 1.83 trillion pesos in 2024 from 1.67 trillion pesos in 2023. Separately, Pag-ibig Fund statements of financial position showed total assets up to 1.7 trillion pesos last year from 925.6 billion pesos in 2023. Following this, Pag-ibig Fund's asset base breached the trillion peso mark for the first time during the third quarter of 2024.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
More updates from Spencer about the 12 IB, Rotary, and Tapas LGU turnover water system hold-up outreach program. Spencer?
Jhai, the 12th Infantry Battalion in partnership with the Rotary International Districts 3710 and 3850 and the Tapas local government units inaugurated the new water system and conducted an outreach program in Barangay Acuña, Tapas, Capiz. Over 700 residents benefited from free medical consultations, dental extractions, circumcision, haircuts, and eyeglass distribution. The event also included food distribution and entertainment. Officials emphasized the importance of clean water for health and stability and highlighted the Army's commitment to community development and lasting peace in conflict-affected areas. This is Spencer reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Spencer.
DWDD National News.
And the Commission on Audit has passed an international standards assessment of its methodologies, an earned independent review statement. COA said it completed a repeat self-assessment of its practices against international standard with a submission of the Supreme Audit Institution's performance report. The agency consequently earned an independent review statement from an independent reviewer identified by the IDI. COA's Supreme Audit Institution's performance team was composed of seasoned COA officials who are experts in their respective fields with the technical and administrative support of its secretariat.
DWDD National News.
And Customs Commissioner Bienvenido Rubio said heads will roll as he vowed to get into the bottom of the attempted resale of the 270 million peso worth of seized smuggled cigarettes from Capas, Tarlac. The BOC chief said that he instructed intelligence groups Custom Intelligence and Investigation Service to look into the matter and report to him immediately. He added that the National Bureau of Investigation has their full cooperation and promised that anyone found involved in this will be held accountable. The BOC has made significant progress in the fight against cigarette and e-cigarette smuggling.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear more from Meljoy of 1st CRG about 86th Infantry Battalion. Mark its 15th year of unyielding service and commitment to lasting peace. Meljoy?
Yes, good afternoon. The 86th Infantry Highlander Battalion, under the leadership of Lieutenant Colonel Impizo W. Angalao, celebrated its 15th founding anniversary on February 22, 2025, marking a significant milestone in its steadfast commitment to service, security, and nation building. The event was held at the headquarters of 86th Infantry Battalion in Sitio Balabal, Barangay Uno Jones, Isabela, which was graced by the esteemed presence of Major General Gulliver L. Señeres, commander of the 5th Infantry Division, Philippine Army. Anchored on the theme Highlander 15 Years of Unyielding Service, Committed to Lasting Peace, the anniversary celebration highlighted the battalion's relentless dedication to its mission and its vital contributions to maintaining peace and fostering development within its area of operations. One of the highlights of the program was the awarding of plaques to the partner stakeholders who have played an instrumental role in advancing the unit's sustainment operations. Their unwavering support has been crucial in ensuring the successful fulfillment of the battalion's mission, exemplifying an outstanding dedication to service and partnership. In his message, Major General Señeres lauded the Highlander Battalion for its exemplary performance and resolute commitment over the years. Throughout its history, the Highlander Battalion has remained unwavering in its pursuit of peace, overcoming challenges with determination and unyielding sense of duty. Every Highlander trooper has demonstrated exceptional service, reinforcing the unit's role as a pillar of security and stability in its area of operations. With the 15 years of dedicated service behind it, the 86th Infantry Highlander Battalion stands resolute in its mission, ready to face the future with the same courage, integrity, and commitment that have defined its legacy. This is Meljoy Nesho Arroco reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy. And for our final news, Cebu Pacific has become the first airline in Southeast Asia to fully integrate generative artificial intelligence into its customer support service. Cebu Pacific said it is partnering with Canada-based AI customer service company, ADA, to launch the airline's first generative AI agent. Cebu Pacific Chief Marketing and Customer Experience Officer Candice Iyo said they have always been at the forefront of innovation, striving to provide extraordinary travel experiences. She added that partnering with ADA allows them to set a new benchmark in customer service by leveraging AI to better serve our passengers.
DWDD National News.
And that concludes today's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in, especially to our audience on AFP Radio DWDD's Facebook page. Be sure to join and catch us again tomorrow for more stories and updates, same time, same station. Once again, this is Jhai Simbajon for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.